And that's where it started.
Well, yeah, I think that's one of the first memories. Of course, there was a lot of music. I spent a lot of time here, actually, with my grandparents, and my grandpa used to sing a lot. He sang in choirs and stuff like that. So there was also some religious music involved. He was in a church choir and stuff like that. So
What kind of religious music?
the basic
Hymns.
the basic Finnish Lutheran, the stuff that they sing in Lutheran churches here. I think it's the most common religious music here in Finland. So
I guess very non-rhythmical.
non-rhythmical, yeah, and quite not the happiest stuff. Also, it's it's quite a slow, well, not slow, but like a medium tempo, and but they have some nice melodies there. They're not very happy. They're not in major chords. They're usually in minors and not depressing or anything like that. But yeah, that was also somewhat part of my youth.
Could you say one song if someone wants to check it out?
From the religious stuff?
Yeah.
That's a tough question, actually. I haven't listened to that or sang that stuff for ages, but I don't know about the religious stuff, but my grandpa was a big Veikko Lavi fan also, so there was some...
Veikko, and then it's Lavi.
Yeah, he had some C cassettes from this guy, and I also listened to that stuff when I was a kid, when I was visiting my grandparents here. So yeah, I think that's the one that people should check out. Veikko Lavi. You can find it on Spotify at least.
Yeah. So then you start playing around 7th grade when you're like 12-ish?
Yeah, 12, 13, something like that.
What were the first bands?
We had a band with actually the artist from Iisalmi that you also know, Petteri Tikkanen. He was singing in that band.
Black Pider.
Yeah. Yeah. Black Pider. He was turning into Black Pider at those times, I think. So we played some cover songs from different heavy metal bands and then made few songs of our own, but those are never released, which is kind of a good thing. But
But they exist.
I don't think we recorded anything actually, but we played few gigs maybe at our school and some youth happenings here in Iisalmi. There was a really good I think there was a really good scene with young bands in Iisalmi from the mid-90s or something like that. So there was some good opportunities to go and play live here. So
Yeah, I agree. And Pete Kauppinen was a big part of that. Our youth, how would you say? The guy who like arranges stuff to do for young people.
Yeah, he was not the youth counselor or something like, but he was working for the city and taking care of places for youth to spend their time. So he was really, he was a huge influence on the young people's in the 90s. I think he's a big reason that there was a lot of people that actually continued on playing music after they moved away from Iisalmi too.
Yeah, I agree. And it had a big effect on my life too, like opportunities to play with bands. What was the name of the first band that you had with Petteri?
I think it was called The Mud.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so you had that band and then?
Yeah, we had that band, and then when I was 16, I moved abroad for a year. I was an exchange student in Minnesota, in the Minneapolis area or the Twin Cities area there. So there was a break, 1 year break in between the bands. So when I was in in US, I did practice the guitar also, but I also played hockey. So those were the two things I did when I was young. So,
did you have any bands there?
No, not really. I met some really cool people that were into music, but we didn't come up with any bands or anything like that. I knew this guy from Chile, and he played acoustic guitar. So I think we jammed a little bit at some point, but we didn't actually have a band there. And for some reason, I also wanted to focus on hockey over there. So
for some reason,
I played a lot of hockey at that time also, which I still do like a lot. I don't play anymore, but I like to
nice
watch hockey, and I go skating with my little brother in the winter time. So